Today we're going to be going over nucleic acids. Hopefully from biology you kind of remember these. We'll be going over DNA and RNA, and we will be also going over ATP. So the monomer for nucleic acids is nucleotides, and the polymer itself is just nucleic acid. And these nucleic acids store information, which they include the instructions for life. And they also help conduct or give the instructions to conduct chemical reactions. So every nucleotide is comprised of three parts. We have pentose sugars, phosphates, and a nitrogen base. Now ATP, it's not on here, but just know that ATP doesn't really store information, it just stores energy. DNA and RNA are two of the main three. DNA has a staircase kind of form to it, the helix form, and as you guys are in class you might have seen my DNA structures on the side of my desk. RNA is just one strand going up. It has that kind of same form to it, but I kind of think more of like a, you guys are all 2000 babies, so I don't think you remember this, but the old phone cords that kind of has a little spiral to it, and you pull it apart. It's kind of what RNA looks like. These nucleotides fit, there's 5 of them. A's go with T's, G's go with C's, and in RNA, A goes with the U. So the U is replacing the T in RNA. Hopefully you remember that from biology. Now these bond with hydrogen bonds. We talked about that in water and chemistry. Now with just remembering these, I'm okay with you just remembering the first letter. I also wrote them out there. Either way, I don't really mind. But when we do shorthand, it's just easy to just write out the letter. So C stands for cytosine, T stands for thymine, U stands for uracil, A stands for adenine, and G stands for guanine. Now with this ATP, like I said before, it is actually it is a nucleic acid, but we don't really picture it as like a nucleic acid. We kind of picture it as a storage unit for energy. Now it's comprised of adenine and ribose and 3 phosphate groups. The last 2 bonds in ATP are very unstable and they can be broken very easily. So ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. The last couple bonds are the phosphate that I'm talking about. So when ATP is full, it has in these bonds energy, which are just electrons, and they're used to be broken apart to release electrons and to have energy in your cell. So you kind of think of ATP like money, and your cells have to have certain kind of money or amounts of money to do certain things. So if your cells want to make a new protein for your skin, then it would require 100 ATP molecules to do that. So it needs to get 100 ATP molecules from cellular respiration before it can do the reaction. So ATP is broken down. It's done by hydrolysis, the same kind of reaction that we talked about before. And that bond is broken and it releases the energy needed to do something, and it goes down to something called ADP, which is diphosphate. Now you can actually break down ADP to something called AMP. AMP stands for adenosine monophosphate, meaning one phosphate, but that's not as advantageous for the cell because it doesn't give as much energy. It's actually better off to just add another P, do another reaction, add another P to the ADP to make ATP again, and then break it down again. So one quick thing right here, this slide I forgot to change from when we switched from NCMC to this course. You do not have a Friday, September 12th quiz. You have a test. It's coming up around the 16th of September. Make sure that you also cover the View on Life, Scientific Method, Intro to Chemistry, and Organic Chemistry, and Biomolecules. If you can remember these 4 things from this PowerPoint, you are all set. Now, make sure that you study. I will see you in class. Have a nice day.